Let us discuss the fourth topic, forest transformation in Java. This topic has been divided into 5 subtopics. The first subtopic is the woodcutters in Java. Please look into page number 93 of NCERT textbook. The second subtopic is Dutch scientific forestry, page number 93 and 94. The third subtopic is Salmon's challenge, page number 94. The fourth subtopic is war and deforestation, page 95. The fifth subtopic is new developments in forestry, page number 95. Let us now discuss forest transformation in Java. Java is now famous as a rice-producing island in Indonesia. But once upon a time, it was mostly covered with forests. Java in Indonesia is where the Dutch started forest management. Like the British, they wanted timber from Java to build ships. Let us now discuss the first subtopic, woodcutters in Java. The Kalans of Java were a community of skilled forest woodcutters and shifting cultivators. The Dutch tried to make control over them, but they failed. The second subtopic is Dutch scientific forestry. In the 19th century, when it became important to control territory and not just people, the Dutch enacted forest laws in Java. Those were mainly same as that of India by the Britishers. In 1882, 280,000 sleepers were alone transported from Java. Let us now study Blandong-Diensten system. In this system, the Dutch first imposed rents on land being cultivated in the forest and then exempted some villagers from these rents if they worked collectively to provide free labor and buffaloes for cutting and transporting timber. Let me again explain Blandong-Diensten system. In this system, the Dutch first imposed rents on land being cultivated in the forest and then exempted some villagers from these rents if they worked collectively to provide free labor and buffaloes for cutting and transporting timber. The third subtopic is Salmon's challenge. Around 1890, Surontiko Salmon of Randu Blatang village, a teak forest village, began questioning state ownership of the forest. He argued that the state had not created the wind, water, earth and wood, so it could not own it. Soon, a widespread movement developed. Amongst those who helped organize it were Salmon's sons-in-law. By 1907, 3,000 families were following his ideas. Some of the Salmonists protested by lying down on their land when the Dutch came to survey it, while others refused to pay taxes or fines or perform labor. The fourth subtopic is war and deforestation. The First World War and the Second World War had a major impact on forests. In India, working plans were abandoned at this time, and the Forest Department cut trees freely to meet British war needs. In Java, just before the Japanese occupied the region, the Dutch followed a scorched earth policy, destroying sawmills and burning huge piles of giant teak logs so that they would not fall into the Japanese hands. The Japanese then exploited the forest recklessly for their own war industries, forcing forest villagers to cut down forests. Many villagers used this opportunity to expand cultivation in the forest. After the war, it was difficult for the Indonesian Forest Service to get this land back. As in India, people's need for agricultural land has brought them into conflict with the forest department, desired to control the land and exclude people from it. The final subtopic is new developments in forestry. Since the 1980s, governments across Asia and Africa have begun to see that scientific forestry and the policy of keeping forest communities away from forests has resulted in many conflicts. Conservation of forests rather than collecting timber has become a more important goal. The government has recognized that in order to meet this goal, the people who live near the forest must be involved. In many cases across India, from Mizoram to Kerala, dense forests have survived only because villagers protected them in sacred groves known as Sarnas, Devarakudu, Kan, Rai, etc. Some villagers have been patrolling their own forests, with each household taking it in turns, instead of leaving it to the forest guards. Local forest communities and environmentalists today are thinking of different forms of forest management.